Alright, so to start this cutout, I'm going in with the 2 guard, and I'm going just up under the curls, and I'm flicking out when I get to the top. I'm setting in my guideline with my Babyliss Skeletons, and I'm setting it in at the bottom of the vertical bar up to the top of the ear because I'm doing a high taper. Then I'm going to come in with the Babyliss Shavers. So using the shaver is going to give you the cleanest cut possible, especially when doing any kind of fade, and it's going to last longer for the client. I didn't get the one open. This is the one open. I didn't get the open to close on this side because it was so blurry like that. It just irritated me, so I didn't put it in there. But this is the one open, and I'm gonna go open halfway to close, and then I'm gonna take the 0 guard, and I'm going same thing. I'm going open halfway closed, and then with the 0 guard, to me it's open halfway closed, but then it's more of like lever play with the 0 guard. Cause it's more of, I look at the 0 guard as like an eraser, like you're erasing a line really with the 0 guard. So the more you play with it, the more you can tell how dark your hair is and what guard it will take to cut it. That's really what the 0 guard is to me. This is the 1.5. I'm gonna go open halfway closed. Then you're gonna see me go behind the ear and cut down with it with the green, cause that's gonna help you get a cleaner line when you go to line up around the ear. So now I'm back with the 1.5. I'm back. I just used the 1.5. I'm back with the 1, and I'm just doing detail work. And that's the same thing that I'm gonna come back in with the. I'm gonna come back in with the half guard right now. It's just detail work. So basically, detail work. I'm just really, when it comes to detail work, I'm just using corners. You don't lay your blade flat too many times doing detail work. So it's the same steps, rinse and repeat. That was the 2 up to the curls. Set the guideline in at the bottom of the vertical bar to the top of the ear. Take this line and this line right here, I do the same steps. Open halfway closed. Then I might trace the steps backwards from close to open, just so I make sure I don't leave out any part of detail on that bottom, taking out that bottom line. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And taking that line out, the first guideline is really the most important one, because it's going to determine how smooth of a fade that you're going to have and how your fade can transition from guideline to guideline, and then end up seeing no guideline. There's just no beginning and no end to your fade because you did it how it's supposed to be. Right here, I had the 1. I did open halfway closed, and I just went in with that 0, did the detail work. Now it's the 1.5, and I'm just doing the same steps. Open halfway and closed. I'm definitely gonna come back in detail right here. I got so it's back to the 1. We're just lever playing. We're just taking out the dark spots. If I see a dark spot, I take it out. I know y'all can't see because it's blurry right now, but you'll see at the end how blurry the fade comes when they come together. This is back with that 0 guard, and then like I said, we're just doing detail work. Back with the blade open. Lever open, no guard. We're just really taking out that bottom line. And then back with the 1. I seen the dark spot. I didn't like how it was dark at the top, so I went back in there. Back with the 0 just to touch out, and then we're gonna get to the back. So right now I'm doing back with the 2, and then I'm gonna open it up when I go around the ear. You're gonna see me going around the ear. See, go back and forth between a drop fade and a taper, but when I do the taper with it, I don't take it up high at all, like half an inch, just to give me room to really, he just like it because it's different, and it just make the line around the ear way better because you don't have to wrestle with the hair like being long, so you gotta keep brushing and lining. This you can just brush it down, line it, brush it down one more time and line it. You should be good as long as you're doing it right. So this the blade open. You're gonna see the full process on the back. So like I said, usually on the back I work from side to side. So I do one side, then I'll do the other side. So we just did open, now we halfway. Now we're gonna go back open just to really clear out, make sure everything's the same one desired length. And then we're gonna go halfway. And we're gonna close it up. Then we go to the other side and do the same steps. Open halfway, and close it a little, and close it all the way. Now we're just doing detail work. We're taking out any dark spots that we see. And then we're gonna put the one on. And the one, you gotta look how much room we had to fade into. The top is gonna be a 2. So we're gonna take this guideline a little bit higher, like a full inch. And then it's the same process. We're gonna go over it a few times just to make sure everything's the same length that it needed to be. And then you're gonna go close the clipper halfway, go halfway down that guideline, and then close it all the way and just bump the bottom of the guideline. And then you're gonna put the 0 on. It's gonna be open halfway and then close. And then once you do that, you just go back through and just lever play and work on your detail work. Once you work on your detail work and you get them barb eyes through, that's what's gonna train you to really have barb eyes. Is going back and doing the detail work and taking your time and learning how to focus your eyes and focus your energy just on one cut. It's just you in the cut. When I'm cutting, this is me in the cut. I don't really think about it too much. I don't think about nothing around me. It's like meditation to me. It's like I just love to do it. It just put me in a zone. So right now we just got the 1.5, and we just doing what I said. We're gonna open halfway close, and then to finish taking that line out, we're gonna put the 1 back on right now, and then we're gonna take a couple dark spots out, and then we're getting right to the ear line. So I'm just setting it. You don't have to push these lines back. You just stay right in front of it. Stay out in front of the lines. You don't want to push nobody's lines back. You can get the lines crispy without digging into it. Like I ain't digging into that, and look how crispy it is. You just gotta go over it a few times. You gotta go over it a few times to really make it pop. And the more you go over a line without pushing it back, just continue to go over the same line. Obviously, there's gonna be a point where you go over it too much, but you go over it 3 or 4 times because you don't want to just go over it. You can't just go over it 1 time and then expect the line to be perfect. You gotta go over it a few times. You gotta trace your work. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? You gotta lay everything together again. Pull it all together. So I ain't get the left side of the lineup because I was in the way of the camera, but I got the right side for you. You see how I'm brushing this hair to the side because no matter how the client brushes hair, you want them to be able to have a crispy lineup no matter what. This my little youngin' though, man. This little Donovan. His older brother used to cut my hair. It's a play. Anytime him and his brother come to the shop, they drive a whole hour to come to the shop. Their mom is one of my mom's best friends, so it's nice just to see them. You know what I'm saying? See them grow, watch them grow up, and see them doing good life. Alright y'all, this is the final cut. I hope you learned something. I hope you picked up some gems. I hope you apply it to your game. You advance and get better at your craft and advance in your craft and get better at what you do. And you just feel better about your game. The lines is popping, the lineup popping, the symmetry's there, the fade is smooth. Man, I'm locked in. This is me in the game. Tune in for what I bring for you next. Thank you for watching, and God bless.